new feature in Entity Pilot available from 8.x 1.0 beta 4, and this is the ability to easily create a departure from a content entity bundle. So for example, we can create a departure from a vocabulary or from a content type, and the departure contains all of the content of that bundle. So for example, we can send an entire vocabulary, all of its terms, to our private content repository in just a matter of clicks. So on my site 1 here, I've got a vocabulary called study area, and this contains the 440 terms that make up the Australian Standard Classification of Education. So these are all the different study areas that are used to classify high school, university, etc. in Australia. If I look at the terms themselves, they have a code on them, so they have a field. And if I look on my second site, now this site's on Pantheon, I don't have any terms in this study area. So if I head back to my first site and I go back to my list of vocabularies, I've got a new operation available here, send taxonomy term entities to Entity Pilot. So I click that, it gives me a confirmation form, says I'm going to create a departure containing all of the terms from that vocabulary, and I choose which repository I want to send it to. I've only got one set up on this site. I send them there. Now it gives me the standard approve form for an Entity Pilot departure, where I can make sure that I'm happy with any passengers, etc., and any baggage that it's added. But these are terms and they don't have any dependencies, so I'm just sending those original 440 terms. So no users, no files, etc. So I approve and send. So this will now encrypt those 440 terms using my secret that's known only to me and my other sites. So, and then send the encrypted content to my private content repository on Entity Pilot. So just uploading there the 440 terms, and I can see that it's landed 440 items. So I head into my arrivals section and admin structure Entity Pilot arrivals, and I hit new arrival, and I should see the flight departure that I've just sent. So this is the view of my remote content repository on Entity Pilot, and I've got 440 items in that flight. That's the one I want to send. And hit save, and this will go off and fetch the flight contents from Entity Pilot and give me the approval form. Now this form lets me preview the incoming content, so it shows me all the 440 items here ready to come in, and I can pick the ones that I want. Now because I'm doing the whole lot, I'm obviously going to tick them all, but I can just preview there and see, and you can see that the codes have come in, etc. So I'm going to tick the lot, and then I could approve them for later, but I'm going to land it now. Hit approve and land, and so this will fire off a batch process that will go through and sequentially import each of the items. So our arrival has landed, and we've imported the 440 items, showing the message, and you can see the status has landed. And you see all the terms there, and the structures come in. And if I have a look at these, you'll notice that we've also got the ASCII codes have come in. So that's a new feature for Entity Pilot in beta 4, and yeah, download the module and give it a try.